Welcome back to my channel, everybody. I thought I would do a global read. It's been a while. So globally, what's going on in the world? I'm going to do past, present, and future. I have 4 different styles of decks. This is very based on the native culture. And this is earth cards. These are like counseling cards. How you need to change maybe your behaviors, how people see you, your persona. They're like a counseling card. And these, of course, are normal playing cards. And I do the old style gypsy way where each card represents something, okay? So this isn't a personal read, this is a global read for what's going out there all around the world. And the way I look at it is politically, our leaders may be revolved around this. Leaders around the world, good and bad. Things that they've done and things that maybe they should do to help our world work better, where people feel safe, respected, and loved. Okay? So I'm going to begin, and don't forget to subscribe and put on your notifications. That way you'll know when I do a little surprise read like this, okay? And please don't be afraid to comment on my reads. That would be great. And also you can email me if you want to have your own personal read, okay? Okay, so first of all, I'm going to light a candle and ask my higher power, which is Great Spirit, to give me guidance through these cards so I can have a fairly accurate read. So Great Spirit, please guide me through these cards to give me predictions for the past, present, and future globally in September 2020. Okay, first of all, I am going to do this deck here. I'm going to shuffle them up here. And I just feel when it's time. Okay, this is a good card. It's a direct message, so that one I'll put aside. It says music and harmony. Just got to feel the cards when it's time to stop. Okay. All right. This way. So this will be past, this will be present, and this will be future. Interesting, rebirth. Okay, and harmony will stay with it, like that. So that's that deck. And I'm going to move those just over here a bit because I'm going to need lots of space. And now we'll do the native cards. So this is a global read, September 2020. What's happened in the past, present, and future. There we go. Alrighty. So this is past, present, and future. Put those down here. And now the counseling cards that give you direction. Okay, so these keep being upside down on me. Past, present, and future. Put them down here. Okay, just move the candle over here. Now I'm going to do the Gypsy Read spread. Hope you're all doing well out there. And if you ever need help for how to ask for guidance to your higher power, I've been doing it for over 20 years. That helped me on my true spiritual path. Helped me with my career. It helped me with relationships by asking for guidance. And it was like a miracle how it worked through messages, symbols through my dreams. Pick up a newspaper, the answers would come to me. Somebody down the street just happened to talk to me and give me a message. And through these cards, it's incredible. It truly does work. It worked for me. There we go. So now I'm going to look for the Queen of Hearts. Oh, there she is. Because that represents me asking for guidance to my higher power. Okay, so I'm going to have to move these. I'm going to need a lot more room. There we go. 3, 6, 7, 8. There's 12 spreads here. 10, 11, and 12. So here we have past, present, and future. Okay, so what we have here, I'll read these ones first. Music. It's a time for harmony in the world, time for being present, focus on breathing, and no matter what the circumstances, you really have to remember that right now, if I'm being present and breathing, I am safe. And just try to trust that. Just keep telling yourself you are safe. Here, so this is past, present, and future. Past, present, and future, okay? In the past, it was time to focus on a certain subject, something that's really big out there. And it's time to eliminate all the distractions and give that subject your undivided attention. Be present and relax. Keep your eyes, ears, and heart focused on that certain subject. So that was the past. Present is time to release, which would be now. It's time to release. Let anything in your life fall away that is no longer useful to you. It's time for energizing, time for rest and planning for the winter. It's time to give away material possessions. Like, ask yourself, do I really need this, or this? You know, all these things. Really go over your material things. And shed any toxic relationships as well as work, you know, anything to do with a job and work. Something more purposeful will come to you if you just do some clearing, clear out anything that is negative to you. It's time to release it all. And future, this represents rebirth. You thought this passage that you've been going through would never end. It's time to clear away your tears, freshness and newness time. Have faith in this cycle, because sometimes, like, this is a rebirth, and we know sometimes a birth can be painful, and that's because it's a time of change, and sometimes it's hard. We get set in our ways. It's a hard time for change. And when I say all this, remember this is a global read. So it could be like globally this is happening. There's going to be a lot of change coming. So it's a time to release anything right now and get ready for the change. It might feel uncomfortable because things are not going to be the way they were before. But things will work out as long as you just release all that negative energy and have trust in the future of new birth for the better. Okay, so those are those ones there, that read. Now here we have, these are the native cards. So in the past, it was time to speak the truth and see the reality for what it really is. Time to clear any issues, time for protection from thirst and hunger. It's a time for strength and healing. Time of caution to do with the truth. Use this truth with respect. Now, if you can think of like world leaders, they need to speak the truth, be clear to protect those from hunger and thirst. And they need to respect the people with the truth. Present represents a time to release negative energy, time to clear thoughts and purpose, a time not to be selfish. Think of who needs to help who out there. It's a time for them not to be selfish. It's a time for them to give away and help those who need it. That's how globally the world will receive greatness. It's just a time to really help out. Future. All good must be done. It's time for honesty, truthfulness, communicate your intentions to those out there. Time to relieve the stress that's going on and to reduce the anxiety. Okay, so those are those ones. Here, these are like the counseling cards. Present, past, present, and future. So in the past, this one here, you saw gains in, like it was time to gain, take advantage, lots of gains and talents. If there was too much perfectionism though, time was wasted. So they need to use this perfectionism as a goal. Present, the Eight of Swords. That's right around now. So just think about what's going on globally. There's a lot of indecisions. It's indecision time. Don't expect anything to happen too soon. It's time to deal with misunderstandings and petty details. Lack of perspective cripples faith. Okay. Future, the King of Hearts. It's time to act and know how to be a true advisor, a healer. It's time to deal with emotions. It's time to be in charge of the emotions and seek to understand. It's time to really understand what's going on. Do not repress any of these emotions. Do not pretend that there's nothing going on. Study the life and teachings of a master or philosopher. That's what this stands for. Okay? Okay, so here with this deck, this is past, this is present, and this is future. Okay, so in the past, there was a lot of doubt about something. A lot of things were doubtful and torn apart. And there was some very upsetting indecision time, separations of a strong sense, possibly even involuntary. A lot of unease and a lot of stress. And all of that was to do with health and illnesses, health problems, lots of worries about the illness of your health. And what should I do? I don't know what to do. Everyone's like, what do we need to do in this time of stress and unease? Here we have, there was some kind of falling apart, like breakups, even some kind of arguing, like a rift of some kind, parting of the ways under very unpleasant circumstances. This here represents an older woman, and because it's a global read, we'd have to try to think of what was going on in the world to do with an older woman with that breakup, some kind of rift, okay? Somebody in higher power maybe. Here we have the Jack of Clubs and the 10 of Diamonds. This Jack represents somebody who is of a friendly person, like a friendly, trusting person. I guess that's how I'd have to say it. You know, there's a lot of good people out there too that are in power. And the 10 of Diamonds means there'll be happy endings to any unpleasant situations because of this person that can be trusted. So that's the past. In the present, here we have a lot of attention was focused on you and only you, which means the people, citizens. A lot of focus started being attention on them presently. And it's to do because of a lot of worries. That's the 7 of Clubs. There's a lot of worries going on. Okay. The Jack of Spades is to do with, unfortunately, troubles, time of unpleasantness, bad news. And this is a younger woman. So somebody who has a lot of information. You got to think of these people like they can be scientists, doctors, like people that have good information and have some kind of power and knowledge to give out to the people, okay? Over here is the 8 of Diamonds, and it's to do with a lot of socializing. which is creating some financial insecurities and undecided businesses and a rival due to money. This rival is worried about finances instead of worrying about the health of others, okay? In the future, that's here, these two cards, it's quickly passing, and these four is quickly coming, almost at your doorstep, okay? So try to think of it as this is still future, and when this does come, it's going to quickly pass, okay? And this is your future, and it's like coming up real close. So over here we have an older man. So think of somebody in power, an older man. There's something very tragic going to happen because the Ace of Spades, the spade is upside down. So it's very, very serious consequences to do with this older man, okay? It's tragic. So keep that in mind. Over here, the Eight of Spades is to do with an argument, and it's like a verbal fight, verbally. Politically, you hear that a lot. There's going to be unpleasant words of a very, very serious nature. Disagreement, totally. And it's to do with a great loss of some kind, and this loss is probably due to money situations because it's a club, and it's like a stalemated argument, okay? Here we have, there is a friendship of some kind, which is also a very good modifier for good supportive influences. Okay, that's a good thing to know. And the Five of Hearts means there'll be some kind of surprise, a small gift of some kind of attention, small gift, a surprise, and friendship. So I think it looks like to do with money, it'll come, it'll be a little better, but it's not going to be huge, just some due to some friendly person. There will be some help on the way. Okay, and those are right at our doorstep, coming very soon. And when this happens, this biggie right here, it'll pass just as quick as it comes, okay? So that's it for now. This is a global spread for September 2020, which can happen within the next 4 to 6 weeks. I'll be doing another read for October 1st, and that will be more personalized for you. Don't forget to comment if you have any questions or comments. That'd be great. Please subscribe. That would be wonderful. All you have to do is push that button and subscribe. That would be great. And put on your notifications, because that way you'll know when there'll be another read coming up, okay? Please, everybody, be safe, be present, and be giving and caring to each other, okay? All the best. Thank you.